Hey, what's going on, black people? It's the one and only John Diop, and this is the Resurrected Black God official video. And today I want to talk about 5 hard truths that black men must face. Now, I said on Facebook that I was going to hurt some feelings, so I'm going to give you that to let you know what it is before we even get there. Number one, and I want you to listen close. The majority of our problems come from the European. That's right, I said it. This system of murder and oppression has created untold horrors for black people. When it comes to us and what we've been through, our mentality, our family structure, all these things are affected by what the European did to us initially. And I don't care if they don't want to take credit, I'm giving them all the credit for that because they deserve exactly that. When you snatched all of these intelligent black people from Africa and forced them to come here, that created a series and set of events that are still to this day affecting us as a people. And until that is settled and dealt with and realized as a truth, that will always be a problem when it comes to our health and the experiments that they did on our people during the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. Things like that that they're still doing to this day that we may never know about or we may learn 10, 15 years from now. That affects us. These people and their actions and their mentality and their constant warfare against black people will always, and I mean always, make them an enemy of the people. And that's where I get to number two. Swirlers, sellouts, homosexuals, and Boule members must be left behind and successfully excommunicated. That means that we cannot deal with these people. We cannot even choose to give these people any of our airtime, any of our attention, none of that. If we find out that you belong to one of those groups, if you swirling, selling out, if you're a homosexual or a Boule member, then we completely cut contact with you. Because these groups of people have decided to compromise the minds, hearts, and future of other black people, all in order for some type of personal gain. And even if they haven't shown that they're in it for personal gain, they are completely untrustworthy. When we look at Yvette Carnell and the fact that they always present her and talk about her being a lesbian and at the head of ADOS, pretty soon that issue is going to come to the forefront. What is she going to say when they ask her about gay rights versus how do you feel about the treatment of black people in this country? Which role will she take? I don't play those types of games. I don't support people who play with that particular set of lifestyle circumstances. So I want you to know that those groups have to be cut off because they are not viable allies of the people and never have been. They will never stand on the pedestal of blackness and make that their platform because they're busy fighting for the Boule. They're busy fighting for homosexuals in the alphabet crew. So those groups of people have to be completely excommunicated. The third is that the ideal black woman that we as men are searching for is non-existent. Oh, it's a heartbreaker. Oh, bro, I know you married her. I know you with her. I know that's your wife. I know you love her. That's your sweetheart. But you have to come to terms that the ideal woman that we want does not exist. There are very few anomalies, and anomalies don't count on the whole scale because the modern day woman is promiscuous, she is masculine, and she is disrespectful. Men love to be respected. We love feminine energy, and we don't want sex with someone the whole neighborhood done smashed. That's just the honesty of it. The solution is that the black woman must be reformed and reshaped. And that in itself is a process, but that's the truth of it, is that the woman that is in this community as of now is not the ideal. She has become something else that is almost unable to be used by the black man who is forward thinking, by the black man who is in charge, by the black man who is dominant. He can't use someone who will sell him out. He can't use someone whose allegiance is to Europeans. She can't be used, period. So she has to be reshaped and reformed. And that gets down to point number 4. I want you to listen close, brothers. because this is a very hard truth until you swallow this pill. There will be no order or structure in the community until you put it there. The black woman is not to be placed in a position of sole authority over you, because it is your job to give her the structure and the orders that dictate her actions. You are supposed to be the head of this. You are supposed to run the game. You are supposed to be the head, not the tail. It is your job to lay down the law and the structure and order and what can be done and what can't be done. You got a woman, that woman don't submit to you, then she gotta go, Jack. Simple as that. Because you have to be the person who makes the rules. Simple as that. Because you have to be the person who makes the rules. It is your job. You are God. You are supreme. You run this. Not a European, not a government, not a neighborhood, not a community, not your mama, not Big Mama, nobody but you. You, sir, are in charge. You are God. You are Rex. You are king. And it's time for you to step into that. Kings lay down laws, rules, structures, and mandates. Get busy, because it is not her job to stand at the head of you in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Let that sink in. And number 5. Oh, I want to hurt your feelings so bad, because in order for you to get to where we got to go, brother, we must be broken. Broken away. And that's what resurrected black God means. In order to resurrect, something has to die and something has to be born again. You have to be born again into this mentality. I'll get into that. That's a whole nother video. But number 5, freedom will never be obtained through religion, the politician, or individualism, or any other form of bargaining. We will never get free of our enemies if we're looking for their governments to provide the solutions for our problems. Think about that. How can you talk about politics and expect the same people who delivered this broken set of circumstances to you to suddenly want to fix it? They don't even want to give us reparations, let alone any social programs to fix what they have broken in the black community. And looking at the prison industrial complex, they're still breaking those same things in the black community, albeit on different scales. So in order for you to get free, you have to realize that religion is not going to do anything for you, and it has to be thrown away. You have to realize that your individualism does not come over the core of the group. You don't choose yourself over the group. That's how you become like the Boule members and the sellouts. You become like those people when you decide that what you want supersedes the betterment of the group. You have to think for the whole, brother, because that's who's in it. No one person can rise above the group and supersede the group. We have to all be thinking on the level of community, of unity. What can I do for the whole? Sure, you're in this situation, and we all have to do our daily diligence, etc. But the forward-thinking and progressive black man is thinking about the community as a whole. He is looking towards the future and thinking about where we will go. Because where you will go is fine, but one anomaly cannot change the whole situation. Michael Jordan, as great as he may be, is only one basketball player. There are 4 other positions that have to be filled. Michael Jordan didn't play defense 4 times. He could only play defense 1 time. So we have to think about the team, the group, unity. Now, brother, I want y'all to listen close to those 5, because in order for us to make it anywhere in this civilization, our mentality that has been given to us by this society has to die. If you are not ready to become God and to give birth to something new and to kill off the old mindset, then we will stay exactly where we are. Our very future depends on you becoming a progressive, forward-thinking black man, and most of all, God over all. And I mean exactly what I said. God. This is John Diop. Thank you for listening. This has been the Resurrected Black God video. Peace.